The trademark Cilic service preparation. Fitzy, bounce 15 times, pause, 2 more bounces.
Well, in his previous match, Dave, he was given a little bit of a hurry up by the umpire. Spoke to him quietly, got him, said he was taking too long. Does it between first and second.
Yeah, it's an interesting interpretation, isn't it? Because the clock counts down and the service motion has to have started by the time you get to 0. You're counting the bouncing the balls of the service motion. For mine, it would be the final 2 bounces you might get away with, but the rest of it's a preamble.
As you go into your motion, the clock should. This is irrelevant. This is the clock running down now until he starts his motion now. It's something that the returner of serve has to really take into account, and it can take you a couple of games to settle into that rhythm. You know, you're sort of ready before you need to be, and you sort of get ahead of yourself. So if this gets to 0 while he's still bouncing, it's time violation. He's been a good player, though, Cilic. What a career. Davis Cup winner. Been in the Tour finals 4 times. That means the top 8 players in the world at the end of the season.
Oh.
It's Christian on the left, father of Casper.
Advantage.
Okay, an opening opportunity here for the Norwegian.
Ball.
So Juice, Fitzy, at this stage, this match is going to start in the first week and finish in the second week.
Yeah, maybe next fortnight.
6 minutes already.
Yeah.
Opening service game.
Yeah.
Advantage Cilic.
Ball.
Use. Advantage Cilic. First game.
8 minutes, but he gets the opening service hold, saved a break point. So Cilic opens the account.
Casper Ruud to serve.
So, ultimate commentator's curse, but it has to be said. So I apologise in advance to Casper. He hasn't dropped serve in the tournament so far. He's 29 from 29 on serve. So only Tommy Paul, who's 37 from 37, he's through to the fourth round. He hasn't dropped serve either. That's incredible. So I'm sorry in advance, Casper, but
15.
has to drop it at some point, you would imagine, but he's been strong. Is that fair to say that before something happens, do you think?
No, I think you clarified it. I think you
Just feel
You
like I've
explained
mozzed him
yourself.
completely.
Yeah.
Total
No.
gooch.
You'll be okay.
30-15.
It's a quick action, isn't it? A little bit unique these days. You know, I saw him play in his previous round. He almost hits that ball on the way up, just before it gets to the apex of its height, and it's great timing. Reminds me a little bit of that quick action Roscoe Tanner had back in the 80s, 90s.
40-15.
Maybe even the 70s and 80s, actually, Roscoe. But he was a left-hander, and he had this very quick motion. He'd throw the ball up and hit the ball on the rise. You can see it barely gets to the apex. Oh, it did. Got there.
Ball.
Played against the Spanish player Munar in the previous round, Casper Ruud, and he was just a bit too heavy for him from the back of the court. Good baseliner is Munar, but he just had a little bit too much heaviness of shot. Did Ruud.
Ball.
Cilic a bit more of a flatter hitter.
Deuce. Advantage Ruud.
Well, I love the body serve there. He's a big man, Marin Cilic. 6'6", 198 centimetres, and anything in at the body there can handcuff those long limbs of his at times. So a great change up there from Ruud. I like that. It was dropped short. He nearly didn't put the ball away well enough, but certainly provided the opportunity for himself.
Win predictor heavily in favour of Casper Ruud. We did Valentin Vachereau and Ben Shelton earlier today. It was 50-50, which we thought was a bit skinny on Shelton, generous to Vachereau, and probably a little generous to Ruud here, perhaps.
There's that flat forehand. Sometimes he does collect the tape a little bit with his groundies because of the flat trajectory. Very accurate, but occasionally there, that low trajectory will find the tape. Oh, he's good overhead. Always had a great serve, has Cilic.
15
And the smash, to a degree, emulates the service motion. Well, that was a lack of footwork.
15-13.
He got caught there. Just a little flat-footed, Cilic. Easy to understand. It's 37 now. He's a long way back, Ruud, isn't he? Look. Well, by standing back,
30-14.
it's probably a rare thing to expect Cilic to serve and volley. I'm sure we might see it occasionally, but when Ruud knows that he's going to get that same second serve and stand way back and there's no threat, he can just hit the ground stroke return as hard as he wants it and get the depth that he needs. He's well in the point. So pretty safe way to return. Let's see what happens here. Big chance. Second serve now on a break point. Not sure he needed to go for that, Dave.
Well, he's had a break point opportunity in the opening service game as well, and get the feeling that being back in play would be a better option.
Yeah, pretty low percentage there. I mean, it's a winner if he makes it, but that was a tough shot. So might have been better advice just to wait for a better ball, a better opportunity. Well, he won't miss that too often. He certainly didn't used to. Marin Cilic, that was an easy forehand for him. Bit of a slow start, just trying to find a bit of rhythm.
We learned from the first one. And Casper Ruud just took the pace off, got the ball back in, forced an error, and he gets the early break. He leads 2-1.
He's reasonably close up there on the return of serve, isn't he? That's the second, and the second ball, look where he goes, which is interesting. You know, traditionally you would start a long way back for the first serve and maybe move in to attack the second. What a disparity in distance. But if you're way back where the blue is, you know you're going to make that shot. Get the ball high and deep, and he's got the top spin to do it, Dave. So.
What?
Time.
So Casper Ruud with the early break here had an opportunity in the first service game. Couldn't quite convert. Learnt from the mistake on the first break point second time around. Played a little more conservatively the second time and extracted the error. 21 minutes, 2-1.
Fifteen left.
He's certainly accurate with that two-hander, isn't he? He can go either way too. You know he's kicking the ball pretty high when he can get up above shoulder height of Cilic there. He's 6'6", the opposition, and had trouble controlling that.
He generates some good height, doesn't he? He's just a 6-footer. So to say in Melbourne, a Collingwood 6-footer perhaps, 183, maybe add an extra centimetre just to get to the 6 foot.
Or take a centimetre off, yeah. Maybe they're 182. But he looks confident to me, Ruud. You know, his father, I like the way his father spoke there. They're modest people, but he said he's had good results against him in the past. So I think deep down there's an underlying confidence here with a higher ranked player. Yeah, having trouble with that flat backhand. Both these flat ground strokes, actually. Eleven unforced errors so far in 4 games from Cilic.
You mentioned earlier, 37 years of age. You have to admire the comeback from in that period, 23 to 25 with the knee injury, missed 8 of the 12 Grand Slams. So, last year he won 2 Challenger titles. This is a Grand Slam winner. He must love his tennis.
Yeah.
You've got to admire that to get back to this level.
I just mistimed that one. The same tactic way back on the second serve.
He might like winning. 21 titles.
I'm sure he does.
Of active players that have won 20 plus, he's in the top 5.
Oh.
6, in fact. Number 6. I'll give them to you in a moment because I know you're itching to find out.
I know Medvedev is 22.
He's in it. Yep, just ahead.
That's trademark. Flat down both wings.
Winning is hard. So Cilic on 21,
13.
Medvedev 22.
Can I guess a couple?
Yep.
Stan's still active.
No, not in the top 6.
He hasn't won 22 tournaments?
Don't believe so. Not according to...
Gee, if you win 3 slams, I'm
stand by, but...
shooting from the hip.
Forty.
16.
Wow, that's incredible. Okay.
1 strike.
Yeah. Alcaraz and Sinner.
Yep. Good hole.
Game 2.
Rod with the break lead. 3-2.
Release,
Trivia will
1-3.
continue after the sit down. A little difficult for us to judge the conditions right at the moment. We don't have a courtside commentator, and we are in the confines of the air-conditioned box here at Margaret Court Arena. It's a beautiful spot to commentate from. We're in a big room at the back and a huge window, and looking down, it's absolutely superb. But couldn't tell you how hot or cold it is out there, Fitzy. Yeah, it's warm.
Time.
So we're just talking about how warm it is courtside. We're in the comfort of an air-conditioned box right at the back of Margaret Court Arena. Beautiful place to commentate from, but 33 degrees and still hot, dry heat. But it's a little oven-like at this time of night, particularly in a stadium with the spectators and everybody generating some extra heat.
A lot of handheld fans working overtime in the crowd.
15.
Geez, accurate with that serve. Beautiful.
So back to the trivia.
Well,
active players that have won 20 plus. You've Cilic 21, Medvedev 22. You said Sinner, he's on 24. You had 1 strike with Stan Wawrinka.
Yeah, Alcaraz, I said, and of course
24.
Novak's playing.
Yep. So you're missing 1. Novak's a bit of an outlier on terms of titles.
101.
101. Next best.
He still hasn't.
A 3-way tie on 24.
Tell me.
Sasha Zverev.
Sasha.
Yep. That's incredible, isn't it? 101.
Well, I think Jimmy Connors had 110, Dave.
Greedy.
How about that longevity?
Ball.
Of course, Roger and Rafa would have slotted well and truly in there as well, but no longer active.
Of course, we could have checked on Google. We didn't. I didn't. So sometimes it's hard to think of those names, but...
we only got 1 strike. You did pretty well.
Wow.
Without notice.
I was a bit slow with Sasha, and that was poor. Poor form from me.
Ball.
They're not easy to win titles.
No.
Very difficult.
No, and that's why when you've won 21, it's hats off.
Young man serving has 14. He's been ranked 2 in the world. Having a bit of trouble with the forehand at times here, Cilic. That tape is prominent on his forehand wing.
Ball.
Oof. You like that pace.
40-13.
That was Cilic at his best. I think as you get older, you can still play as well as you ever did at times. It's how long you can do it for, I think, for most of the aging competitors. There it is again, too flat. Probably 10 or 12
Release
centimetres
by
down the net
42.
there. That didn't look like going over. So he's just hasn't found his range on the forehand yet, and he's handing too many free points to his younger opponent. I want to talk about that famous coach, that Australian famous coach who spent a lot of time with Marin Cilic.
Bob Brett.
Bobby Brett.
First coach. First.
Yeah, Bobby Brett. What a tennis man he was.
Would have he been one of the first Australians to coach internationally back in that day? You know, was he a disciple, a protege of Harry Hopman? Did he?
Yeah, he loved Harry Hopman.
Yeah.
Learned a lot from Mr. Hopman. He always called him Mr. Hopman. There's a lot of Australian coaches that went away for years and years, but in recent times, and well, not so recent now, but he played a major role in plenty of careers. Bob Brett. Grew up in Melbourne.
30-11.
Went to Europe. There was a Rossignol team that was, when Rossignol made tennis rackets in the 80s and 90s, he looked after a few of the guys there in that team. Coached Andres Gomez, who won the French Open. Boris Becker. Mario Ancic.
40.
He brought Mario to my house when he was a young kid. Lovely young man he was. He's done well post-tennis, Mario Ancic. If you're listening, Mario, hello to you.
So Cilic holds serve. He has to because he's down a break here.
Leads by 4.
Ruud leads 4-3. You've got a book of anecdotes, haven't you? You may not know how many titles Sasha Zverev or Stan Wawrinka's won, but you're right up there in terms of the other, the history of the game. And I love your stories.
I love the history. And I'm disappointed when I hear that some of the young people who play this game don't know it. Why would you not learn it? I mean, it's a joyful experience to play this game for all of us. And
I like it when the players in their interviews have, you know that they have an understanding of the history of the game and who's come before them, and they show the respect of not just the other players. You know, we see it here when the players go out in the court and do the interviews, etc. But you know, the others that are involved in the game. It's a good thing. But sometimes that's not the way the young folk work, John. They're a little bit insular and just a bit me, and look at the mirror a little bit too much.
what, a little bit of entitlement, you think?
No,
Time.
I'm not saying that. I just think that they're sometimes maybe not appreciative. You can only just see it in the background there, but the light of the tower of your house is just popping up there in the Botanic Gardens, Fitzy. That's what you took.
You are full of rubbish sometimes.
That's where you used to take the visiting internationals when they used to come around.
That's funny. There's that body serve again. I like it from Ruud. And early in this match, it's having good effect.
30-11.
Ah, dear. Well, he's serving well, isn't he? Yeah, if you want to talk about history, let me know. Had 15 minutes with the great Rod Laver this morning.
Oh,
make it 20,
how good was
20
that?
minutes, yeah.
Yeah, you would have been fortunate to have spent you know, lots of blocks of 15 and 20 minutes with him, maybe even longer.
I just love those older Australian players. You know, it's our heritage, our tennis history. I was privileged, I'll just say this and then maybe keep a bit quiet, but privileged to be asked by Thea Fraser to do the eulogy of Neil a year ago, a bit over a year ago. That brought a tear to my eye.
Game.
So Ruud holds. 5-3. Talking of those, the great Australian players, Frank Sedgman's still going strongly.
Yeah.
See him around Melbourne and
he was here
various
this
lunches,
week,
etc. And
he and Ken Rosewell have been here this week. Rod Laver's here. Roy Emerson's not. I don't know if Emmo might be listening in Newport Beach, California, but what a man he is. We lost Fred Stolle this past 12 months.
Love 15.
So I hope every country and their young players learn about the players from their country and their past. You know, last night we saw Alexander Bublev win into the round of 16. He's the first player from Kazakhstan who's been in all 4 major fourth rounds. That is a big deal. Big deal to me.
I would think that the answer to that question would be yes for most players that would have a good understanding of the other players from their country.
I hope so.
Don't you think? I would think so.
Yeah, I genuinely hope so.
The baton gets passed along and the stories go from generation to generation. It's where things like the Davis Cup and even the Laver Cup, you sort of cross borders, but the Davis Cup's so important because the captain hands the stories down to the younger players.
I had the privilege as an 18-year-old to spend 6 weeks with Mal Anderson on a satellite tour. And it was the first time in my life I realised actually what hard training was. I was from the country, the bush, had no idea how hard you had to train to be a tennis player. Mal was the first guy to give me a wake-up call. I've never forgotten it.
15.
And I saw him in Brisbane just 2 weeks ago. Beautiful man.
Well, you are the most well-travelled person on the tennis circuit this summer. Started in Perth, went to Adelaide, went to Brisbane, then to Adelaide, now here.
They're all fantastic stadiums, by the way.
40-30.
You'd have a little soft spot for Memorial Drive, wouldn't you? The Drive now,
Yeah, more than a soft spot.
as a South Australian.
Yeah. I love Paddy Rafter's stadium in Brisbane too, at Tennyson, but now Memorial Drive is very dear to my heart, and I think they've done an amazing job at upgrading that to marry in with the Adelaide Oval, the new development.
So Cilic holds.
Ruud leads by 5 minutes.
Ruud will return and serve for this opening set. spots filling up in the 4th round on this side of the draw. Mazzetti had that incredible 5-setter this morning against Thomas Mahash and went for 4.5+ hours in the heat of the day. They just got in right at the very end. They had the roof closed, but it was brutal early. Taylor Fritz said farewell to Stan Wawrinka, as we all did. Novak Djokovic has got the win. The winner of this will play Ben Shelton, who played against the Monegasque Valentin Vachereau here earlier. And 2 Italians, Dadani and Sinner, will match up. So Casper Ruud marches down to the southern end and collects some rockets, about to deliver them here, serving for this opening set.
Well, he hasn't really... Well, I'm not going to put the Mots on him. I'll save that until the end of the game.
Might be too late to put the genie back in the bottle.
It could be, but gee, he picked the wrong way to go there. He fully committed, and Marin just outthought him here. And by the time he was starting to swing forward, he probably realised he was going the wrong way there. Cilic had moved to his forehand wing.
Oh, that's going to go out of the stadium. It's gone onto the roof. Oh, it's come back down into the crowd and it's bounced off someone's head, I think.
Love 30. Thank you.
See, when your moment comes, when the big moment arises, sometimes you're just not up to it, Fitzy. That was dropped straight through. And a bit of strife here now. Off 30.
Well, on the second point here, Ruud served at the body. He went for that body serve again, which he's had great success with. He got it slightly wrong, and it went. It only needs to be half a metre out of alignment, and went straight into the hitting zone of Cilic's backhand. He wants to avoid that. Oh, and he does. That's accurate. Beautiful first serve.
Let first.
Oh.
First breakpoint chance, hasn't dropped a service game in the tournament so far. Big disparity. First serve, 83% of the time it goes in, he wins it. Just 36% when he gets to a second serve. So he needs a good first serve here.
Yes. Advantage, Cilic.
Well, he's not a tall man by modern tennis standards, Casper Ruud. Just 6 foot on the dot, as you talked about. 183. And he gets good height, partly due to the action where he gets that ball right at the top of the throw. Gets that trajectory down into the court pretty darn well.
Advantage, Cilic.
He's been swimming upstream, hasn't he? His service game, love 30, fought his way back. Third break point.
Well, Cilic deserves to be a little frustrated. He's fought hard himself in this game, and 3 break points, 3 unreturnable first serves. And he's due for one here on this court, on this side. Maybe the wide one. Yeah, thought everybody.
Set points. Well, if you can repeat what he's done on this side of the court. Strong position.
Turn.
Advantage, Cilic. Use.
That's quite incredible. I've got a feeling he threw that ball a little bit further to his left to try and maybe seduce Cilic into leaning wide there. And at the last second, just used his wrist to redirect down the middle. That's what it looked like.
Advantage, Ruud.
Saved 4 break points. Set point number 2.
Well, he's pressed twice with the second serve here and serve doubles. Cilic has returned his second serve well in this game, not his first serve as much. So that's why he probably went for a bit more there. Huge game here. Big swing either way in this early stages of this match.
Advantage, Ruud.
Just about to tick over 9 minutes. Set point number 3. He finally got the big serve when he needed it. That's a good effort, a really good effort. Saves 4 break points to take the opening set 6-4.
Second set. Cilic to serve. Love 15.
So a little bit of a challenge here for Cilic in the opening service game. Always is when you've fought hard, had some opportunities. Those 4 break points last service game. Has he gone back even a little bit further on the return? Or is it about the same on the second serve?
I think similar to when he changed the momentum of the match early in the second when he finally broke. But he has to get that first return right. It's a different type of hit from way back there. You've got to judge the distance. He's trying to get height and distance. Just overplayed that last one. Back he goes. Gee, that's a long way. But maybe, just maybe, it throws the rhythm a little bit of the server, and no more so than the ball bouncing of Marin Cilic here. He's really unusual how long this is. That can throw the rhythm too. So back at you a little bit with that. That's giving him a problem.
15.
The flat forehand.
So opening service game already with a set, and Ruud gets the break.
It's a little bit of a statement right there, you would imagine. He knows what he's doing, standing way back there. That he crushed that first forehand. Didn't go for the height and the depth like he does off the back end of it. He really went after it. Got the depth. Caused Cilic a big problem.
Big sporting month to come for Norway because the Winter Olympics are about to arrive, and they are very, very good at the Winter Olympics. For a small nation, and we punch above our weight in Australia at the Winter Games, but Norway, they are absolute geniuses when it comes to winter sports. A couple of weeks away.
You'd
be a noted fan of the Nordic combined, Fitzy.
Thank you for the ball.
I would hate to think what heart rate you get to doing cross-country skiing. How tough that is.
It's a good little stanza, isn't it, for Ruud?
32 love. Continue.
Well, Ruud did an exceptional job. He was completely out of position and ball arrived at his feet. And
30 on.
there we go. I'm in trouble here. And then he was in trouble. Full stop. Well, what a play that is from Ruud, who's just able to hunt down everything, isn't he? Consolidates the break.
A little disheartening there for Cilic. He played a wonderful point there, but the defensive skills of Casper on the full run here, that takes a lot of control.
But look at the stop and the prop and the push off to get to the next one.
Yeah, he was ready.
Yeah, that would be a sprint.
So
mark him down as another one.
But he's good on the cross country too.
Just the push off and the, to get back into position, they're incredible.
Well, Yannick Sinner did so much skiing when he was younger.
A little bit of an issue with the. Marin might think we've got a flat one. Couple more games until they're due for new balls. Couple of replacements coming out, potentially. Checking to see whether they're similar. It's like a cricket thing where they've got to bring out, and there's a damaged ball, so the umpire brings out a box of them to check, see if they can find one that's about similar.
You
don't see that very often. They need to go to the spare canister Umpire prepared for everything, though.
Ball.
Right now, he doesn't like the ball at the body. Not on the return, not when he's at the net. Didn't quite get hold of that forehand either, so he'd premeditated. He was coming in there. The approach wasn't quite good enough, and he was a fraction, if I may say, a fraction slow with that footwork.
Ball.
Ooh, a wild one.
15-30.
Dave, you were a long jumper of note, an Australian Olympic long jumper. At 37, could you have leapt close to your best leap?
Oh, wouldn't have been able to get over my shadow. I was done at 25, and I did my personal best at 21, so I was on a long downhill decline. It's extraordinary to see what the players are able to do here.
Well, in tennis, it used to be younger, really. There was the outliers like Ken Rosewall and Jimmy Connors, Stan Wawrinka now, Roger, Rafa, and Novak. But before that, before those modern three, there wasn't a lot of players that went to this age, 37, that Cilic is now. It's difficult.
But more than that, it's how brutal the game is and how, you know, how hard they hit it, how long the matches go for.
The sprinting.
Marin's got that bit under control. He's well managed there. But it's a physical battle.
Yeah. Well, he needs this game badly, does Marin Cilic, and that got ahead in this game with that beautiful serve. He needs to hold here to stay in touch. Gee, what a shot.
We talked about how important this hold is. If you're just joining us, Casper Ruud took the first set, broke Marin Cilic in the third game, saved 4 break points, had 3 set points. Most of those, he had 3 break points saved in a row and then got his first set point, and then they sort of oscillated back and forth. Got it on his third set point and then broke Cilic in the opening game here. He's having a struggle to hold second time up. That helps.
Advantage Cilic. Game Cilic.
So good finish. Was under a little bit of duress and still is because Ruud leads up a set and a break. 2-1. It's interesting, Fitzy, just talking about length of careers, and there's sort of a feeling in the track and field world that it might have even been Linford Christie, the Olympic champion over 100 Barcelona. He had the view that you had 10 years, and he was a late developer because he wasn't, you know, as a teenager, etc. He was into it, but he wasn't great. He said you have 10 years at the top.
Yeah.
And so you're like a sparkler. The 10 years starts and you burn, and you get to the bottom in 10 years, and then you haven't got much left. And tennis has got plenty of examples of those that have had careers that have gone longer than that. But if you get 10 good years at your peak, you've done pretty well. And I think that it does apply to a lot of things, a lot of sport. 10 years at your best.
Well, in the singles game, because that is so much more physical. Yeah, so
Time.
you can't count the ones that go on and play doubles for another 10 years on top of 10 years of singles. But 20 years at the top in singles, very difficult.
Managing this well, isn't he? Casper Ruud. I did say this at the opening service game, and I'm going to say it again now, and again, it comes with an apology. He hasn't lost his serve yet. 34, in fact 35 now out of 35 service games in the tournament. To get to this point, Tommy Paul, the only other player through to the 4th round already. Tommy hasn't dropped serve.
15.
Well, I'm glad he won that first point, because that's the second time you've tried to put the mozza on him.
It's a relevant statistic, and I feel compelled to say it, but I don't feel good about it when I do, because you just know that somehow the words come out of my mouth here in this enclosed booth and by osmosis soak into the player. But Casper's strong enough to, he's got a commentator curse shield around him.
He's moving better here. He's a younger man. He's 27, 10 years the junior of Cilic. Two wonderful players who've been ranked 2 and 3 respectively on the ATP Tour world rankings. That's where half a step slow there. So this is where it's difficult. I don't know how his recovery has been after his 2 matches, but to me, he just looked a bit sluggish moving wide there. And Ruud is sprightly. We've seen him defend and almost hit winners while he's defending in this match so far. He's moving across the top of the ground.
And we're seeing more and more of those errors from Cilic. So Ruud out to a 3-1 lead.
I tell you, he loves a 5-setter though, Marin, historically. So being down 2 sets to love doesn't, certainly in the past, hasn't frightened him.
54 5-setters, Cilic.
Do you have the stat there?
34 and 20.
Okay, but do you have the stat of how many times he's come back from 2 sets to love?
8.
Well,
so he's never out of it. That's what that's saying.
I want to say 2 things. You've got to admire that from anybody. It's not a common thing to come back from 2 sets to love. The other thing I want to say is you are a font of information. Thank you. Well, he retaliates there with the backhand. Well done, Marin. That was an important make. And Ruud has done here what he has done in the past in this match. Unleash on the forehand deep in the court. Now, the problem with that one was it was in the hitting zone and he was out of court too far. Great reaction. Well, he's really intent in getting the forehand, Ruud.
just get the feeling also, just looking at the facial expression of Cilic, and we've seen a few more errors coming in. It's still very hot. You can see there's a lot of fanning going on all around the stadium, and Marin's just looking a little flushed up top as well. Fair enough. It is still over 30 degrees. Half past 10.
When the fans are fanning, you know it's hot.
Just a feeling, but we've seen a few loose ones, and
yeah,
it's a little uncomfortable.
Well, he did have an inkling of a chance here, Ruud, in this game, so it feels like he's knocking on the door to break, doesn't it? Nearly every time Cilic serves. I mean, the serve is so good, he won't break a lot, most likely, but feels like he's a chance.
Yeah, not with serves like that. So Cilic holds. Ruud still with the break here in the second set.
Time.
A warm day in Melbourne. It's going to be a little cooler over the next couple of days, but then Tuesday it's going to be another furnace. Warm one inside Margaret Court Arena roof open. It was closed earlier in the day. Heat policy in force.
Please.
Well, a tough choice. Probably not necessarily. Saw the gap and just subconsciously went for it, I think. Ruud there. The percentage was back across court to keep himself in the point. Oh, yes.
40-15.
Took a bit of a risk there again. We've seen him do that a bit with not a great deal of success. This time he goes at the body with a big second serve and may well have skidded off the line there too. So I like the body serve at Cilic. He's not moving well out of the way to give himself room to return that. That's a throwback.
40,
One of his better ones. Not much clearance there. See the difference of clearance? Low to the net for Cilic. A lot of loop on that ball. Topspin, heavy from Ruud.
Game, Ruud. New balls, please.
So Ruud remains in charge
Ruud leads
with that
by 4 games
break
to
from
2.
the opening service game. There's some more trivia for you, John Fitzgerald. We talked about the 5-set matches. Cilic's 4th place open era list of most 5-set matches, won at tour level. If you can name all of these in the top 5, you're going incredibly well.
I'm not sure I want to start because I don't think I
think it's impossible.
Yeah. All I can say
I reckon
is,
he can get number 1.
all I can say is the resilience that's needed to do what he's done in his career physically is super impressive. You think his body would feel it a bit when he finally does hang up the rackets, but he's had to come back from this knee injury.
So Novak's number 1. He's won 40.
When it goes to 5 sets.
40, lost 11. That's incredible.
Well, he would have. Some of the 11s were Roger and Rafa.
To win titles. Ivan Lendl, 36 and 22. Cilic is 4. Pete Sampras, 33 and 15. There's a name here that really surprises me. Number 3 on the list. Not from the...
Which era?
Not the current or the one before that, or probably even the one before that.
You're talking 30 years ago.
Good serving here. Elena Rybakina, 35 and 19.
Wow.
Anyway, that's just
the great Elena Rybakina.
Just a little trivia challenge. Everyone playing along.
He was a beautiful athlete, Elena Rybakina. Just floated across the court. Oh, he lost that one. Great second serve, by the way.
40-15.
Big, heavy second serve that just got up too high for Ruud to control.
Well, he has to hold. We said that in the opening set. At this point, he does.
4 games to 3.
Ruud, 4-3.
Time.
Casper Ruud on his way to the southern end to serve here. Up a set and a break, leading at 4-3.
Thank you. 15 love.
Casper Ruud's 5-set record,
17.
11-7. Twice he's come back from 5 sets. How was your 5-set record? The research department during the break have been peddling like you would not believe.
That really worries me. I don't know how many 5-setters I would have played. Not a lot.
Grand Slams and Davis Cup.
Had a lot of 4-setters.
And inexplicably, you had a 5-setter at the Hong Kong final in 1987.
Yeah, and choked. Lost to a good player, led 5-3 in the 5th, served for the match and lost. The last 4 games, I was out of there.
Who to?
Elliot Telsher.
Yep.
Hello, Elliot. Thank you for that.
So your 5-set record, what was? Why did the Hong Kong final go to 5 sets?
Well, in those days, sometimes you'd play 3 sets up to the final, and
The final was a 5-setter.
Give the fans what they want. I have an asterisk with the 5-setters.
40, 15.
I'll tell you.
I'm so happy that I can.
You had a pretty good record.
I'm so happy that I can report that I beat Wally Masur at the US Open in 5 sets. I'm so happy about that. That made up for a lot of losses, that one. Oh, that one around the net post.
So Ruud continues to hold serve here remarkably.
Ruud
He has
leads
to
by
drop it in
5
the
points.
tournament. In the Davis Cup final, you won the Davis Cup on your birthday here.
Yeah, but it was 4 sets.
Yeah, okay. 10 and 11 was your...
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's pretty good. Almost 50-50.
Okay.
And we'll try and erase from the memory of the Hong Kong final.
I'd like to think it wasn't because I ran out of gas. It was more lack of talent probably that caused that
I think the one
negative number.
The one over Wally's probably worth 2 though, so that gets you gets you in front. There's not a stat that's not available from someone to. There's nowhere to hide, is there, in tennis from a statistical perspective?
That's scary. All I hope is that you don't know where I live. That's what I hope.
That foot, yeah, that foot is very close.
Yeah, but he knows where it exactly is, that foot.
Does now.
13.
By the way, rules change, don't they, often? But my understanding here is if he starts that close, and if he was touching the line when he starts his motion and then moves his foot back, which he does, he moves it back as he's about to serve. There it goes.
40 love.
But if he goes into that motion while if he's touching it, it'll be a foot fault.
Yep.
Again, Cilic.
Well, he's been good on serve, Cilic, since
Ruud leads by 5 games to 4.
being broken in the opening service game. But Ruud will come back and serve for the second set. He leads 5-4. So Casper Ruud here serving for the second set. Hasn't lost the opening point very often.
Love 15.
Been a collection of aces by both players the last couple of serves. In fact, Fitzy, if you look down at the rally point, there's only been 2 points that have been over 9 shots, one apiece in terms of rallies. Long rallies haven't been a thing so far. Well, there we go. So he has been in this position before. It was in the last game of the opening set where he was down love 30 and then faced 4 break points. So I did say this earlier in the day. Do you believe in deja vu? Well, that's fortunate.
That's probably what Marin Cilic needs. A little bit of luck to go his way here to get himself back in. Gee, a game changer almost this game. 2 sets to love would have been awfully difficult for an aging 37-year-old, but
38 service games so far in the tournament, yet to be broken. 3 break points here.
15-14.
wow. Outstanding serving so far when he's needed it in this match.
7 break points saved.
I'm not sure he's had to play a shot on those 7 points. Just has won it with his first serve.
And as he did in the opening set, saves the break points, generates a set point.
That must have been perilously close. Ruud questioned the ball to his box there. But the technology called it in, so it must have been on the outside edge, not over.
When the first serve goes in, he's got a very strong 78% win rate. When it doesn't, it's 39%. It's been a consistent theme. When he's under the stress, the second serve, it's less than 50-50.
advantage.
It's not 100% the case, but the first serve goes in, more than likely Ruud wins the point. As per the opening set. Saved 4. Now on his second set point. And he did say, well, what's serving?
6 games to 4.
He's extracted himself twice in a row from a difficult spot, and Ruud goes to a 2-set-to-love lead. So if he wins this set, Marin Cilic, he wins the match every time. He's never. He either loses in straight sets. He either loses in straight sets, or he wins in 5.
That is
in Grand Slams.
That's an extraordinary stat.
And Casper's never lost from 2 sets to love up. 31-0.
Well,
so make of that what you will. Win predictor.
That means if Cilic wins this set, something's got to give. Something's going to change tonight. One or the other.
Pretty relentless pressure, though, isn't it, from Ruud? Again, it's this opening service game, beginning of the set. Saved a breakpoint opening service game of the match. Dropped his second service game. Was broken in the opening service game of the second set. Cilic. Just a little bit of duress here.
Led for serve. Sergio.
So Cilic gets a hold on the opening service game. important for him given the scoreline. A little moisture on the court that requires some handiwork.
Thank you very much for your comment. Thank you.
So what can be done for Marin Cilic here to try and find a way through the Ruud serve?
Look, it might only take one break. He's got an amazing mind, like a steel trap. If you can come back from 2 sets to love as often as he has, it's a great talent. It means you've got to be patient. You know, you've got to expect that there's ebbs and flows in 5 sets.
13-15.
And things do change. You can feel like you're way out of it. And then after a 3rd set, if you win it, the whole thing can turn on its head. It's quite amazing what happens. And he's been a master at it his whole career. So don't count him out.
So again, that first serve of Casper Ruud goes in. 79% of the time he wins the point. It's got him out of some tight spots here. Racking up a almost career high number of aces as well, 18. Best is 21 in the match. Win predictor. Win predictor gave Marin Cilic, we thought, a little skinny chance at 44%. Thought it was a bit closer than that, but it's now at 88%. And when you look at Casper's efforts in 2 sets to love up, win predictor completely across the fact that he hasn't lost one, 31-0. Past performance isn't necessarily an indicator of future performance, though.
Not always, no. I don't think win predictor took into account the fact that Marin Cilic comes back from 2 sets to love pretty darn well too. Maybe it evened out.
15. 40-15.
So Cilic gets to a point in the early part of the set that he hasn't been to so far, holding serve in his first 2 service games, so he leads at 2-1. Broken in the second service game of the opening set, the first service game of the second set, but 2 holds here so far.
Time.
Lovely scene in Melbourne. Does look like a theme park Grand Slam oval at night. Warm day today. The crowd a little down on what you would normally expect because of the extreme heat. John, further to that discussion we're having about Norway at the Winter Olympics, they are the most successful nation in the history of the Winter Olympics. 148 goals, 405 medals, more than the USA, a lot more than the USA. Extraordinary. Population of 5.6 million. That's an extraordinary output.
Can't disagree with that, David. Incredible. Respect. He guessed right, didn't he? Couldn't control the reflex action at the end.
15.
The spin rate of Ruud, you can see how good it is. Compared to other heavy top spinners there. Learn that technique at an early age, don't you, with the modern equipment, and it just transfers across into your adult game.
Just had a few of those, hasn't he?
Well, he has. You know, it's his strength, Dave. I mean, he's so accurate going down the line. He's frustrated he missed that one. But it's a bit of a contradiction because he does hit the ball so flat. He seems to just be able to nail it down those lines close to the net so often in his career.
Game.
So Ruud,
2 games on.
as he has done for the entire tournament, holds serve.
How many's that? 40?
41.
41 in a row.
Yep. 41 of 41.
Well, if he wins this third set, there's a good chance he won't lose it in this match. If it goes to 4, though, there's a good chance, I think. Yeah. That's the Marin Cilic of old.
15 done.
Flat trajectory or no flat trajectory. When he gets into position, he's still dangerous. I think for me, that's been a little bit of the problem tonight. He hasn't moved, skipped around and got into that position enough.
Oh. Oh.
Well,
you could hear the different sound on the hit there. That was the slight miss hit you were hearing. That caused the extra loop. And the extra distance to the left it went.
So Cilic holds, he's in front on the scoreboard for the first time consistently in the match. So 3-2.
Time.
So you have to go back to the opening game of the opening set for the last time that Marin Cilic was in front on the scoreboard. Held his serve after saving a break point to leave 1-love. But, he has been in front in this set from the outset, leading 3-2. Got to find a way to get through the Casper Ruud serve, though.
Fault. Fault.
30-15.
Just missing a touch of consistency, isn't he? He's still hitting some really good shots off that two-hander. Had a bit more trouble with the forehand, I think, tonight so far, but you never know. When he locks in, he can, if he can find his best tennis, he's still a threat here.
Feels like that, doesn't it? There's not much margin between the two of them.
There's not, but then you see an attempted return there. I know it was a good serve, but he just didn't. It didn't feel like to me he had fast twitch getting to that ball.
It's been the difference. The serve of Ruud, when it's been required, he just elevates the heat.
Yeah, he has served well, hasn't he?
20 aces, approaching his lifetime best, the Australian Open. But it's at 80% of the serves won when the first serve goes in.
Well, he's hitting 4 out of 5 first serves as well. That's an incredible percentage. For the match, 70%, but for this set, 80. Tough to make inroads against that.
If I learn anything over my time watching tennis, youngster growing up, listening to the great names, broadcasting, Fitzy, the thing I learnt the most was that the 7th game is crucial.
Was that from the great Fred Stolle?
Could have been from any of the greats, but they've all told me that the 7th game is crucial. Let's find out.
So when the ball comes in fast to him, he's just late. I mean, that was caused by being late. again, when he gets rushed, if the ball's reasonably deep and he gets rushed, Marin at the moment, it feels like he's late on the ground stroke. I mean, you've got to have some pretty heavy groundies to make him feel that, but that's what's coming from the Ruud racket.
Well, it got a little tight, didn't it? But Marin was up to the task and still maintains this lead in the third set, 4-3.
So he served well, hasn't he? Really, really well, and particularly on the big points. So it doesn't necessarily show you what time of the game he's hitting those serves, but look at the accuracy there. A lot of those aces, I can tell you, have come on break points. So he's very accurate with that particular technique he's got, where he throws the ball up and has a quick action. He gets great accuracy.
That collection along the centre is extraordinary, isn't it? How precise it is.
Well, the yellow ones down the centre haven't been aces because he can get his racket on it, but the blue ones obviously is too good.
So unlike the opening two sets where Cilic was broken early, third game of the first set, opening game of the second set, managed to hold serve here. It's start to build a little bit more pressure on the Ruud serve. Yet to drop it in the tournament, not just in this encounter. 2 hours and 5 minutes. When you're operating at 81% first serve in and you win 85, that's this set. 71% for the match, 80% of first serves won. That's very, very healthy.
Just starting to play a little better when he's got time. If Ruud gets the first big hit in, he gets a bit rushed, does Marin, but if he gets his teeth into the point here, he's producing some good stuff still. And he's still dangerous from back there. Having some good moments now. Well, a big second serve and a seriously good return. Is there a tiny bit of momentum here, David, changing?
Certainly the ground strokes from Cilic are coming a little more off the centre of the racket. There's a little more fire. 2 break points. So he's saved 8. 2 braces of 4. He gets it. With a bit of luck, it's the first time that Ruud has been broken in the tournament.
Cilic leads.
Cilic now, 5-3. "43 service games until he got a break, so he's 42-1, and that was fortunate, wasn't it? But as you mentioned, John, there was just a little. There's a little wave.
He started making more returns,
Yep.
Dave.
So you make your own luck, and Cilic now serving to send this into a 4th set. And just a reminder, Ruud has never lost a Grand Slam from 2 sets to love up. And Marin either wins in 5 or loses in straight. That's what history says.
Part of history's going to change if he wins this set. That's the bottom line.
Gee, that floated, didn't it? We're right on that line. Cilic's shots looked like it was going out. Just dipped, didn't it, at the last moment? Caught the line. Been more of that from Marin.
Feels like he's starting to get into position more. It's quite incredible. It's taken him over 2 hours.
Ball.
So the resilience this man has is quite incredible. Doesn't think about the score at 2 sets to love down. Just thinks about what's in front of him. And builds the pyramid.
So Marin, still alive, takes the 3rd set.
By 6 games.
6-3.
Ruud leads matches at 4.
Just dipping under 30 degrees
15.
as we approach 20 minutes to midnight.
Fault.
Fourteen love. Fourteen, 15. Game.
Well, that's
First game, 4-2.
a record number of aces for Casper Ruud in an AO match. Grand Slam match 22. Previous best was 21 against Max Purcell. Second round of the Australian Open in 2024. It's good serving, that's for sure. Look at that 42 consecutive service holds.
And he's serving first, makes a big difference. He's been coming from behind the whole match so far in the sets. And this is the first time he's going to serve first. So when you get your nose in front, it makes a bit of a difference, David.
And he's increased the pace a little bit as well. He's first out, he marched out to start the set with some purpose. Stung a little bit by the break and the loss of the third set.
Oh, that was tight. Good judgment. I tell you what, those 37-year-old eyes are still good. I tell you, you can see how he can rebuild, can't you?
30 love.
Well, that one didn't come out of the middle, did it? But he's finding more balls that are going in. Ruud was a long way out of position.
He's played himself into a little bit better form here.
Fault.
He's had some fortune on the net court, hasn't he?
30-15.
Very unfriendly post for Casper. There we go. Doesn't come in very often, Cilic. Just the 11th foray into the net, but operating at about 55%. Casper is almost allergic to it. He's only been in 4 times.
Marin Cilic. 1 game.
Well, no need to panic for Casper Ruud yet, of course. I mean, he's only lost his serve once. He's still playing well and up 2 sets to 1. So even though the record of Cilic is pretty amazing, coming back from 2 sets to love, just needs to keep his mind on track here, Casper. Not change his game too much.
Laver. 15. Thirteen, 15. He's
trying to hit with heavier forward speed now. Cilic, he's swinging harder, it seems to me, and he's actually found his range a little bit more on the forehand where he had trouble earlier.
So holds, serving first with the advantage. 2-1.
Well, late in the first set, Casper was sort of changing his position on the court, wasn't he, to return serve. You can see there in the blue is the second serve return points. The first serve is the yellow, up closer generally. A lot of reflexing there of big first serves from Marin Cilic, but to give himself room on the second serve, Ruud has gone back for most of the match. And gives himself time so that he can get that first big hit in on the ball. And Cilic, by not changing his game, has allowed him to do that, by the way, but he's trying to counter that now by hitting his second shot a bit harder, I think. Trying to, and he's found his range a bit more, so he's dealing with that return from Ruud. But interesting to see him go back so far on the second ball. I mean, it's worked pretty much most of the 3 sets. He just lost his way at the end of that third, and Cilic starting to play a little better. All of that movement around the baseline to return serve. He is way back there again.
Love 15. Thank you for keeping it down, guys, especially during the rally. Okay?
Caught through the air, David. That was going wide. Must have just clipped the outside. There it is. What a brave second serve there. At times, you've got to calculate the risk. And you've got to know there's enough reward when you take that risk. Not many of those.
Number 4. Ruud 3. I tell you, from Ruud's point of view now, he has to be patient. No room for anxiety here. He has to keep his head. Cilic is playing a little better. He's still serving well. And he's going to have to wait for his opportunity now.
Cilic.
Starting to get worried, isn't
Yeah,
he?
starting to get a little
2 games on.
more
Guys, once again,
anxious.
be quiet because the ball could also be in and very close, and this could cause a disturbance to the players. Okay, thank you.
It's pretty hard for the crowd to remain silent when it's so close to the line. But he's showing a little more frustration. Would that classify as a sprint?
15 minutes.
You're like a dog with a bone
Well,
with the sprinting, aren't you?
It's the only place that I can see the sprint stat is when we get to the end of the set, and it's shown us in the first set that Marin had none. In the second set, he had 2. In the third set, I think he had none. So
Yeah, I do not understand that.
I'm going to do
that
some
line,
more
the sprint
research
line.
on that. Here we go. Here are the sprints. So this might be one of the reasons why he's so good over 5 sets, because he does no sprinting. He's not a sprinter.
Come on.
He's more of a Kipchoge rather than a Bolt. So 0, 2, 0. But now he's having to move into his work. He only starts sprinting when it gets to a 4th set.
He's a man of endurance.
It's extraordinary.
What's that? How do they judge that? That's amazing. It's a game of patience now for both of them. And this is what Cilic lures you into. It's like into his web.
I was going to say 40 love's not a bad time to do it. You talked about the tide in the previous set, and it just is
Turning.
It's moving. Not sure about turning, but it's moving.
It might still be classified as a dodge tide.
New balls, please.
3-2.
Rud leads by 3 games to 2.
What sort of tide was that?
A dodge tide.
What does that mean?
When it's not going either way.
Okay.
And
So it's still.
fish don't normally bite on a dodge tide.
Okay. Never heard that before. Clearly I'm not a fisherman.
Oh, clearly. Would you like to be? Come and join the Cockalici Fishing Club.
Yeah. Isn't Cockalichi's not on the coast, is it?
No.
It's inland. What is it? You got one dam? What do you fish for? Yabbies.
The Cockalici Fishing Club is actually at Coffin Bay, where the oysters
Okay, well that's beautiful.
on the west coast of South Australia.
How far is it from the
Overseas.
coast?
Well, Coffin Bay's on the coast.
Yeah, but how far is Cockalichi from Coffin Bay?
40 minutes.
Okay. So Wayne McEwen's come out, and I've been thinking this, that I'm smelling smoke.
The air quality's dropping.
And the air quality's
It'll
dropping.
Take about a minute.
So
It's moving now. We can play on it.
we're closing the roof. Is that what's happening here?
Right, okay.
Looks like it. So I didn't want to mention anything because I thought it was a bit unusual, but definitely smelling smoke. And there's been a lot of fires around Victoria, but that last week there have been some
Ladies
more
and gentlemen,
down.
we're just waiting for the roof to be
Towards
closed
the yachtways.
until we continue playing.
It's a couple of hours, 90 minutes from Melbourne. So interesting. We've had the roof closed because of heat, now because of air quality. Not something that's normal in Melbourne, that's for sure.
No, it's not prevalent in Melbourne. That's caused by bushfires, I guess. Unusual.
Unless the back of the stand's on fire, in which case I haven't heard an alarm,
And I've lost my car and I can't get home.
but it's There's a heavy smell of smoke in the air.
There is.
Even in our commentary box, and we're enclosed, so. Tell the roof closes quickly though.
So I guess the air conditioning now will kick in and clear the air.
So there's certainly bushfire down in the Otway region.
Time.
So 3-2 to Ruud. New balls for Cilic.
I don't think the closed roof will make any difference either way, really. It'll get a little cooler, but it's certainly dropping under the 30 degrees. Been warm for most of the match.
Oh. Yeah, he's found his range, hasn't he, on the forehand? That was missing for the first 2 sets. It's pretty flat, we know that. But if he gets confident and finds his range, he unleashes this one.
So Cilic, third service game, hasn't lost a first serve point, 3-all. Clock just ticking past midnight. Welcome to the second week of the Australian Open.
Yes.
Did say that this match would start on week 1 and finish in week 2. I am a tennis Nostradamus.
If you say so yourself. I tell you, he's much better when he's dictating terms, Cilic. If he's put on the back foot and having to defend, he's not the player. He's been rushed a little bit when Casper Ruud's been able to do that to him. But right now, he's the one that's getting the first good hit in most of these rallies and then dictating the point from there. Different player then. Casper's about not to lose his marbles, but he's getting very frustrated right now.
He's got to just
and worried.
Yeah, he's got to try and let that simmering tension dissipate somehow. He's been very good in this situation, though.
now Cilic can't miss a forehand. He's turned his form on its head.
Love 40. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain silent between first and second serve, as it's causing a disturbance to the players.
What about that forehand there? He did a great job to hunt it down, but now 3 break points. And Cilic gets the break in that most important 7th game. Leads 4-3.
Cilic leads by 4 games to 3. Time.
So Marin Cilic, just a reminder, the Australian Open, he either wins in straight or he wins in 5. Loses in straight, I should say. Wins in 5. Incredible record. And for Casper, well, he's never lost when leading 2 sets to love. Not there yet. Got the definition of the sprint too, by the way, Fitzy. It's a high-speed effort where players cover at least half the length of the baseline. So that's the definition that gives Marin. He rarely runs half the length of the baseline.
Cilic. Thirty, 15. Sergio. 30-14.
Well, this hasn't happened for a while either. Tough to pick at the moment, isn't it?
A few loose ones, that's for sure. So the trade breaks of serve back 4 apiece.
Well, it seemed like Casper tried to step it up himself, hit his way out of trouble there, and what a turnaround. When Cilic broke, you wouldn't have expected that. You'd expect him to follow up, consolidate, and head towards the finish line in this 4th set, but now back on an even keel, and that might give Ruud just a reversal of momentum.
And those ones that were going in for a little bit are now just going either a little long or a little wide from Cilic. It's a brutal game, isn't it? 2 hours and 48 minutes. You can't afford to play safe. You've got to be just on the whole time. Cilic has won 114 points. Ruud's won 112.
Left.
Well, he's lifted.
Absolutely, and having given up the advantage of serving first, the break of serve, he breaks back and now leads at 5-4.
Leads by 5 pips to 4. Time.
So all of a sudden, The ebbs and flows, and now the pressure well and truly on the shoulders, the large shoulders. Marin Cilic.
Well, he's a classy player. I mean,
15.
has barely hit a volley like that all match and comes in and just uses almost perfect technique. Beautiful. I feel like he's just made up his mind here, Ruud, that take the tension out of everything and just swing hard, use racket head speed and back himself. Oh, that's a tough smash. Made to look easy.
That was incredible that, given the circumstances, he has been under pressure when he's, history would say he loses the first point. He took that with confidence.
I thought he might let that bounce, David. It would have been a bit more percentage, but he just took the bull by the horns.
Yeah, stood up and dispatched it.
Strong game.
So once again, Cilic will be asked the question. Serving to stay in it.
Ruud
Leads 6-5.
Here, movement that inspires.
Time.
So 2 hours and 57 minutes about to tick over to the 3-hour mark. It's 20 past midnight. I have to say, for the heat that's been in this stadium today, over 30 degrees for much of this match, the roof now closed because of some smoke. Both these players look like they've just stepped out onto the court for the opening point of the match. Pictures of fitness still. Cilic once again serving to stay alive.
Compromised well there, didn't he?
15.
Needless to say, experience. Waited there for Ruud to move, and this became a little bit awkward because it started dropping a bit low, and he was in close to the net, so he took the speed off it.
Served well, hasn't he?
14.
Well, this is a bit of an interesting situation. I mean, if you lead 40 love and it gets back towards juice, your heart rate can really go through the roof. I know mine did. There's a lot to lose in this game if Cilic loses this point. He probably needs to finish it here. Take all the tension out of it and get to that tiebreaker. Okay. Now there's a lot to lose.
Yes.
He might hit 2 bombs here and get out of trouble, but goodness me.
So 40 love to match point.
Advantage, Ruud.
Unexpected turn of events. So Ruud prevails. He goes through to the round of 16 at the Australian Open for the second time. It'll equal his best performance, but he's not done with yet. So 4 sets, just over 3 hours. And it's Norway for the win.